mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
All the boys and joints and zoos.
Let's get it.
On Peterson Radio.
Hold up, baby, I hit the bitch from the back and she like, hey, 14 on the game, bitch, I gave me some shoes.
Shoutouts to Trippy Red. Shoutouts to XX. Shoutouts to LMA, let's go. Shoutouts to Slow Down Mafia, man. Let's get it, man.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
All the boys and joints and zoos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
We're gonna talk about the nice guys, man. Shoutouts to LMA, man. We're gonna get into some game, man. We're gonna have the Amber Rose interview. We're gonna do everything. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go.
Like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up. Hear my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do. It just won't stop, it go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up. Hear my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do. It just won't stop, it go. How many ways can I say that I need you, baby? It's true. I think I might die without you. Feeling all over my body. You know I like it. Ain't gotta tell you what to do. Yeah. No, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. No, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up. Hear my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do. It just won't stop, it go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up. Hear my heart go bottom, boot up, dee-dee-da-do. It just won't stop, it go. Head over heels in love, right in front of you, I ain't gotta look no more, baby. I wanna build this love, and everything you own, you ain't gotta ask for. You got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. So you from the jump, I don't only choose you. Got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Grab me by the waist, baby, pull me closer. No, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. No, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go heart go badu, boot up, beady-da-do. It just can't stop it go badu, boot up, beady-da-do, boot up. My heart go badu, boot up, beady-da-do. It just won't stop it go.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more, because they might be slow.
All right, we are back in the building, man. Let's play a talk radio, man. Let's get into tonight's show, man. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. It's Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building. It's DJ Kuda at the helm of tonight's show. On tonight's show, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different things. So, you know, let's get ready for tonight's conversation. So, we're going to be talking about nice guys, man. Nice guys, man. They come in so many different forms. You know, it's crazy. Even the hardest guy, you know, when he shows love at his core best, he is a nice guy. Damn. And if a nigga ever loved you, baby, he was being a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He accepted you for your flaws and things like that. And you did the same for him, you know? I know how bros be like, oh, well, it goes both ways. Yeah, I know. We know that. We know that. We know that, okay? So, I have a clip here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Where we have a sister. I got a couple of clips actually. That was, you know, she was talking about the nice guys. So let me see if I can find this motherfucker. I should have had my shit together. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I like this sister. It's a black girl. I gotta play some of her shit. I might play some of her shit tonight. But she be rapping. She cool. She got some good shit. Hold on, yo. Also, for the Nature Boy fans that are over here, this is actually the anniversary where I released the show where we freed Yaya from Nature Boy, man. So, big ups to that. Shout outs to Digital Pit Boss and shout outs to Black Ink. Today is May 23rd, 2017. We freed Yaya. We freed Yaya from Nature Boy. But as you guys see, it's gotten worse, man. It's gotten worse. Check this out. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to look for this clip. Give me 1 second, okay? Check this out.
Morning. Got your results back. And, I'm sorry, but the test was positive. You're a basic bitch.
Doctor, there has to be a mistake.
Well, unfortunately, no. Your symptoms are completely in line with other basic bitches. You're into scented candles, you order your bagel scoot, and then you own a picture frame that says family on it.
It's my fault she's a basic bitch. I gave you that Friends box set for Christmas.
Actually, she's been basic for quite some time now. Lucy, do you have any idea when maybe you first came in contact with all this basic shit?
I guess, in college, I owned a pair of sweatpants that said, sexy.
You basic.
I can't believe we ignored the signs. All the Zumba classes, the inspirational quote in my email signature.
Paninis from Panera Bread?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Here you are at a Halloween party 4 years ago.
Oh, damn.
Dressed as a slutty nurse. That's some unoriginal ratchet shit right there. But, it looks to me how to have fun. 2 years later, you're tweeting about Starbucks. Hashtag caffeine. Where did you come up with that? And finally, we caught this during an Instagram check this morning. That's a foot tattoo of your astrological sign.
I don't mean to be so sensitive. It's a Pisces thing.
If not treated properly, this could escalate to full-blown Sex in the City themed brunches.
Damn.
The best I can do is prescribe something that will help minimize your basic bitch symptoms. You'll never be a bad bitch. But with the proper treatment, you won't be so basic that you're posting pictures of you and your girls in Vegas with the caption, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." You know what happened in Vegas. You got drunk and you danced with each other.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'll give you 2 minutes.
That's crazy, y'all.
Hey.
It's fucked up.
We are stronger than this, okay?
You are.
I am with you 100%.
You are so sweet. I feel like I'm in love, actually.
I want to divorce you.
Oh, damn. That nigga crazy. Isn't that crazy? What's even more crazy is when your sugar daddy asks you for something. Check this out, ladies, man. When you get that 80-year-old man, that 70-year-old man, you know, and he says he wants you to take care of him and he wants to, you know, see something. Check this out.
At?
Looking.
What are you looking at?
Them titties.
Walter, back up. Come on, let's go get a beat.
Walter.
Looking.
What are you looking at?
Walter.
Them titties.
Them titties.
Walter, back up.
Them titties. Come on. Walter wants some milk. Walter ain't playing, son. And fellas, black fellas, when your lady wants you to commit to her, check this out. This is what she gonna do. She gonna do a whole bunch of ratchet shit, be crazy, and be like, everybody has a past, which is true. Everybody has a past, you know. Everybody's done some shit. But damn, did you really fix yourself before you want to get married? No, age and time just crept up on you. The wall happened. This happened.
I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy or your... You are going to have to give me something substantial because I know I'm worth that. I'm not all there. Sometimes I have my moment, but I know one thing. I'm good to you.
Is that true? Is she good to you? Is what she's saying was factual? Is what she's saying was factual? Is it good to you? I'm really trying to find this clip. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. This was a whole bunch of black women getting their ass beat and knocked out by a whole bunch of Asian bitches because they do not pay for their fucking nails to get done. Just Hilarious says, what is the black dollar? Check this out.
Skin is Poppington, by the way.
Check this out.
There are a lot of people getting upset with me because I do not like the black dollars matters hats. No, the fuck I don't. I just feel like we're not doing that. That's too much. Y'all scream equality. We scream equality, and then want to put a color on everything. Now, like I said, if a white person came out with white dollars matters hats, bitch, we'll feel like we going back to slavery or something. They going back and forth in my comments, mad at me because I said, what the fuck is a black dollar? I have yet to see one. And then there are people saying, oh, you know what we mean. You know what we mean, sis. You count black dollars at the end of your shows. Don't do me, honey. Because I count black dollars, as well as white dollars, as well as dollars from Hispanics, as well as dollars from Asians. And at the end of me counting, I look at the money and it's all the fuck green. Now, that's my opinion. If you like the hat, buy it, wear it. I don't give a fuck. I said I didn't like it. And I frankly think it's too fucking much just to keep putting a color on everything. How about this, bitch, if you got a problem?
Damn. What do y'all think? Comment down below. What do y'all think? Alright, medical students, after they graduate at 39 and finally have time for relationships, this is what they do.
Hello! Hello out there! Does anybody want a wife? I'm single!
Damn.
Everybody.
Damn. What is up with all of these weirdo? Okay. Alright. Anywho, man. Check this out, man. Speaking of Meghan Markle, let's switch gears. Let's get into Meghan Markle now. I wanted to play this thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna find it. But look. Check this out. I like Empress Act or AK. Check her out. Look what she says. She doesn't need a black women. This is what she says. We don't need black women on a European throne to validate our worth, which is true. Check this out.
It has been very intriguing.
My bad, y'all. I'm all over the place.
Reactions to the royal wedding. Some people are excited. Some people could care less. To each his own. Some of the recurring comments I have seen center around the idea of a prince choosing a black woman. Yes, we've made it. Black girl magic. Run that castle, sis. I've also seen comments that say, you know, our future children will be able to look back and see a black princess and how representation matters. And to that I say, Queen Asantewa, Amene Sheketu, Amena Tor, Nandi, Amina, Nihanda, Nzinga, Nefertari, Tai, Tetu. Who am I missing? So many. Nawi Demak, Empress Menen, you know, and the list goes on. Royalty is nothing new to us, you understand? And even in 2018, royalty still exists in Africa. But a lot of us, we value European monarchy as the paradigm for which we base if we've made it or not. Something already.
That's true. But check this out.
I'd have to lose all the brain cells in my head before I forget something as fine as you.
Damn.
Does everyone need an audition to get with you?
You ain't gotta go through all that shit.
Then I choose you.
Be cool, baby.
Hey, bitch, come here. Got your motherfucking man, come here.
Mr. Pretty.
Damn.
Mr. Pretty Tony.
Check this out.
I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now we can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Hey, tree nigga. You ain't no pimp. You're a rest haven for hoes. You're a car thief. A car thief. The one you got out there is probably hot as a firecracker right now.
Damn. My man went on my man's car that's out. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me, actually, you know what? Let me do that. Hold on. Let me, we're gonna get into Cynthia G, man. We got some more stuff, man. There's so much stuff I gotta pull up. Hold on. Shout outs to Rhonda Mary. Hold on. Tonight's show is going a little bit slow. Hold on. Alright, here we go. She just dropped a video. Check this out. She says why the royal wedding is not a win for black people, which I've said on previous shows. We're going to talk about Yada a little bit, and then we're going to get into some other shit. Let's get it. And she is pretty. Shout outs to Rhonda Mary, man. Thank God there's still sisters out here like that. Let's get it.
So, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the red button below. Red button. Say subscribe. You cannot miss it. Anyway, so, yeah, thank y'all for watching or whatever. And for the people who have already subscribed, shout out to you. So, Meghan Markle marries into the royal family today. And, of course, I couldn't let this opportunity go without saying something, because honestly, black people, y'all confuse me. Like y'all confuse me. I can't keep up. Like I can't. I'm trying to like understand y'all and kind of like.
She country as shit, yo.
Let me tell you why. Because
I can't keep up.
I feel like many black people, oh Lord, I just sounded like my grandma, y'all. Many black people are psychologically hypocritical. Let me tell you why I say that. Because it was maybe a few months back that this article came out, and it basically said that Meghan Markle marrying into the royal family was basically giving black women hope. Black women went crazy. Y'all went crazy. Stories went viral. Twitter was popping. Facebook was popping. Everybody was mad, talking about how offended they were. But then fast forward to the wedding, and those same people are acting exactly like what this article was saying. Y'all cousin now. She in the family. This is a win for black people. This is a win for black people. That is like cringy to me. Not act like her proximity to whiteness is not why this is being shared everywhere like crazy. Why she's not more palatable. Y'all, I can't talk today. Let's not act like her proximity to whiteness is not why people are more accepting of her. Just a few months ago, back in February, everybody was Wakanda forever. You know what I mean? Read up on the nature or the relationship between Britain and Africa. And don't get me wrong, I don't begrudge this lady. I don't give a crap about who she's marrying, or I don't care. You can watch the wedding, you can think the dress is beautiful. Nobody cares about that. But it's like acting like, oh, this is one for the culture. I've actually seen people say that this is one for the culture. Like what? Like what? Nigga, what? This lady came out and said she is biracial, multiracial. She didn't tell y'all Negroes she was black. She ain't said that to y'all. We are so quick, I'm talking about quick, to claim people. We want to celebrate, like we want to be a part of them. We want to feel close to and tied to, and it makes people feel more important that she is going into this quote-unquote royal family. Not even to mention that there have been several black or women with African heritage as princesses and royalty. The biggest, most disturbing part for me is that now you have black women all over the world that look like me, this kind of black and darker, who are vicariously living through this lady. And not only that, they're turning to their little dark-skinned daughters and saying, hey, it's a black lady now that's royalty. It's a black lady married into the royal family. And guess what? That black lady don't even identify with your child. Like I said, look at the dress, watch the wedding, whatever. But to act like this is for the culture or for the people, that is offensive. That is offensive. And y'all are saying the same exact thing that author said when he said this lady was giving black women everywhere hope. And not to even mention, when they start having children, let's just see what those kids gonna come out looking like. They might have a little nappy head now. Right. You put mix a little Negro hair with a carrot top. They might have some little afros or whatever the case may be. That's that. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I cannot identify with this feeling of black people always wanting to belong and tie themselves to things and like trying to make stuff be for the culture. No, speak for yourself. Like this wedding is not affecting me in no kind of way. It's no different to me from when Kate Middleton married into that family. No different. It don't. But let me know y'all thoughts. Do not forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.
And she's pretty. She's real cute. So shout out to that sister, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna get into the game for the nice guys. I don't know how this shit happened. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the mix, and then what we're gonna get into Amber Rose and Jessie Lee Peterson. So we're gonna get into that shit. So look, man, it's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. Got a lot of shit going on. Hold on, let me see if I got that lined up. Hold on. A lot of shit going on. Hold on. Yes, we got that. We got that. Look, swell. Alright, man, look, let's get into the mix. And then we're gonna get back into this game. Player Talk Radio, let's get it. We're gonna get into this game, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go. Shout out to Young Thug. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man. Let's go.
I treat it right, I beat it up that right, you say she know me. I can't decide if I won't bust it on that iron poetry. Read to the right, read to the right. Beat it left to right, I'm about to beat it left to right. Side to the left, right, beat it, yeah. Even when I beat it from the front, I still see them cheeks, yeah. Everything you do, you say it's so unique, girl. Yeah. Silky draws and it match the sheets, yeah. I wanna know what you think every time you think. Heard your attitude stay, but I just wanna know what you drink. Cut long, loud, no gas tank. Bring you over, girl, turn to the smash, girl. I treat it right, I beat it up that right, you say she know me. If I won't bust it on that iron poetry. Read to the right, read to the right. Beat it left to right, I'm about to beat it left to right. Beat by the beat, beat it up, beat it up, beat it up. I see the jealousy inside your friends, they wanna be up, be up. Put your feet up, gonna put your feet out. Yeah, we gonna feast up. Everybody with me, feast up. Ooh, everybody with me, feast up. Ooh, everybody straight, no leech up. Ooh, in your sheets, Jeep and creeper. Dunkin' in the ball like I'm Libra. Nigga, leap. Inside you, nigga, creepin'. Right around door, I wanna fuck you on the bleachers. When we watch cold, nigga, dreaming. I'm fucking on you. I beat it till she don't want no more. When she say stop, you gotta go slow. And I'm in that bottle like a tadpole. Started seeing white stuff, call it egg.
Shout out to Playboy Cardi, man. Let's get it.
And I put a wig on the backbone. And I put the stick by the backbone.
Shout out to Chop the Screw DJs, man. Let's get it, man.
I treat it right, I beat it up that right, you say she know me. I can't decide if I won't bust it on that iron poetry.
boy Cardi, man. Let's get it, man. Ooh. 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 Here we go.
I'm blowing that check, I'm like, oh. I'm fucking this bitch, she like, oh. She blowing my phone like, oh. I'm curving that bitch, I'm like, oh. I'm serving these niggas like, oh. It's macing my jello like, oh. I flex on these niggas like, oh. My niggas on go, they gon' shoot. My niggas won't tell her like, oh. Walk in the back, I'm like, oh. Sipping that drink, I'm like, oh. Macing my jello like, oh. I'm getting top of my coat. A nigga so sad, I'm like, oh. I walk in the bank, I'm like, oh. I'm sipping my drink, I'm like, oh. Macing my jello like, oh. I'm getting top of my cool. Oh, 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 oh. I'm blowing that shit like, oh. I'm fucking this bitch, she like, oh. She blowing my phone like, oh. I'm curving that bitch, I'm like, oh. I'm serving these niggas like, oh. Macing my jello like, oh, oh.
When we step up in the party, bitches like, ooh. Niggas looking at us, they know we the fucking crew. We the gang, blood gang, you know how we move. I'm a shooter by myself with that fucking tool. Hanging on the block, jugging rocks, that's what I used to do. Fiends hit the dope, they like, ooh, ooh. I've been trapping in finesse since I stepped in the booth. I'm a young savage nigga, I stay strapped when I move, ooh. Shoot a nigga if he move. Ooh. DJ Lil Keith, what up? Damn. What? Yeah.
I'm blowing the check, I'm like, oh. I'm fucking this bitch, she like, oh. She blowing my phone like, oh. I'm curving that bitch, I'm like, oh. I'm serving these niggas like, oh. It's macing my jello like, oh. I flex on these niggas like, oh. My niggas on go, they gon' shoot. My niggas won't tell her like, oh. Walk in the bank, I'm like, oh. Sipping that drink, I'm like, oh. Macing my jello like, oh. I'm getting top of my coat. A nigga so sad, I'm like, oh, 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 oh. I'm blowing the check, I'm like, oh. I'm fucking this bitch, she like, oh. She blowing my phone like, oh. I'm curving that bitch, I'm like, oh. I'm serving these niggas like, oh. It's macing my jello like, oh. I'm they gon' shoot. My niggas won't tell her like, oh. Walk in the bank, I'm like, oh.
Alright, we in the building. This Player Talk Radio, man. We are back. Alright, let's get into it, man. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
All the ones and twos and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
Let's get it.
The Fallen State is amazing. Subscribe now.
Restless, I am so restless, and this changing world leaves me speechless. I am lost
Welcome to the Fallen State. I'm Jessie Peterson. Today my guest is the organizer of the Slut Walk. Slut Walk, I'm talking to Amber Rose. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And
it's the Amber Rose Slut Walk, because there's other slut walks that go on all over the world.
The Amber Rose Slut Walk. So are you the original?
I am not the original. That's why it's very important to put my name before it, because there's other slut walks all over the world. I just have my own.
Amber Rose is also a mother, activist, entrepreneur, and TV and radio personality. My show is called The Fallen State. Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state?
Do I believe human beings are in a fallen state? I believe some are. Yeah, I believe some others have more of a higher level of thinking.
Right.
And yeah, I believe some are, for sure.
And how would you define the fallen state or a fallen state?
I would say probably my definition of that would be conforming to society norms, or feeling as though you can't fully be your true self or live your true life based off of maybe what people would say about you or how your parents or grandparents raised you to be a certain way, instead of kind of having, you know, your own mind and doing what you feel.
Is it possible to overcome that?
I believe so.
And how?
I believe in surrounding yourself with people that can teach you different things instead of just sticking to exactly what you know and not wanting to be able to learn anything else.
I read that you at one time were friends with Kanye West, right? Are you guys still friends?
We are not still. We dated for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what was it like dating him?
Oh my God, I was not expecting this guy. You know, it was a fun time. I was young. I mean, I'm still young, but I was younger, and you know, we had a lot of amazing times together.
How many years older is he to you?
I would say he's about 7 years older than me.
Really? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you went to the MTV, I believe, and VMA Award.
Yes.
And that was the night that he ran up on the stage and talked to Taylor Swift about her award.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? So
yes, I was there. I remember.
Were you
that.
surprised by that?
Was I surprised? I mean, I was surprised because he didn't tell me he was going on stage, and I kind of looked up and was like, wow, this is happening.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Was I surprised? No, I wasn't surprised because he's a very artistic, passionate person. And, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again 8 years later, or 7 years later. It wasn't about Taylor Swift. He didn't have any animosity towards her. He just felt like Single Ladies, the video, should have won. So it wasn't against Taylor Swift. I think that people kind of bullied him after that. Like he was being mean to her when it really wasn't about her at all.
And so while he's up there, you're sitting there thinking what? Oh my God.
You know what, I'll be honest, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just had to take care of him after that.
So he's working with or supporting the Great White Hope, President Trump.
Wow, this got deep really fast.
What do you think about what he's been saying lately about slavery and about the president and the way that people are reacting to it?
Oh, God. Okay. So, and this is going to take a good 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to you.
All right.
Okay. When I first seen Trump on the podium and just kind of like running for president, I was like, oh my God, that is Kanye in a white man's body. Like, I really felt like they have the same personality, like completely the same personality. As far as, okay, I would like to think, and this is hypothetically speaking, I would like to think that Kanye met with Trump, and Trump said, look, I seen these people, I knew they were gonna vote for me, and I used them to get elected, and I can't tell nobody that because I want to get a second term, but now that I'm in office, I really want to make a change. Now, Kanye can't snitch on him, he can't snitch on himself, so, you know, maybe he's thinking of the greater good of what Trump can do for the country. That's what I'm assuming. Kanye is the type of person that he loves art, and he loves the art in things.
Right.
So I think that he appreciates the politics that Trump used in order to get in office. Because Trump was a Democrat for like 30 years, I heard, or something like that. So I can only hope that Trump kind of used the white people, seemingly seem like racist white people, to get in office, maybe it's for the greater good. I don't know. I think he's a sexual predator. I feel bad for Melania. I want her to get a divorce and become like an activist. And But I mean, that's what I can only assume.
But you don't even really know why you want that. You don't, oh my God. Okay. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right
That's
here,
amazing.
nigga.
And why do you think that the president is a sexual predator?
Well, I think, you know, first of all, I'm a feminist. I believe women all the time. I give women the benefit of the doubt.
Even when they're lying?
You know, when people
Yes.
say that, I'm like, look, sometimes there's just not good people in the world, and they lie for the wrong reasons, for money or whatever. But when there's more than one woman with the same story, and these women don't know each other, they don't want money, they want justice, that's when I feel like, okay, this is probably real. Yeah.
And so what have you heard from these ladies about the president that caused you to believe them over him?
Well, the fact that he said he just goes and randomly grabs women by their pussy, that was very offensive to me because
Really?
I've been in those situations with
Really,
very
Amber?
powerful men.
Really, Amber? Nobody's never grabbed you by your pussy? No one has never grabbed your pussy. Really? You get your pussy grabbed. Okay. You know what?
Feeling like they can come and touch me inappropriately without consent. And that's what happens a lot with powerful men, rich men, men in general, because their parents didn't teach them about consent. And so, you know.
But when you said it was famous people, famous men, you know how women love famous men.
Mm-hmm.
Men with money, entertainers,
Yeah.
actors, and things like that. And women tend to throw themselves on those type of men. And so it makes it easier for men to grab the whatever.
Well, if I'm
Because
throwing
women-
myself on a man, that means I want to throw myself on a man.
And they want to be grabbed, right?
Well, if you want to be grabbed, right, that's consent.
Right.
So if I want to be grabbed, I'm going to say, hey, baby, come and grab me. But if I do not want to be grabbed, I don't want you to feel obligated or feel like you can grab me, because you know that I'm not going to say nothing because I'm scared that you are powerful and you have money, and no one will believe me if you touch me inappropriately without consent.
I find it hard to believe that women are afraid of quote unquote powerful men because they tend to have the women tend to have an agenda. They want either to be famous as in the entertainment world, or they want to be seen with these men so that they can look important as well. So they want these things to happen.
No, honey, no, that's not the case at all.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
But so many women would tell you that that's true. They've
nobody
done it
wants to
themselves.
get raped and be known as the girl that got raped by a famous
But they're
guy.
not calling it rape.
Well, it's sexual assault regardless. If somebody touches you in your private area without saying, hey, come and touch me in my private area, that is sexual assault. So the reason why women don't want to speak out, and the same reason why the women that have gotten raped by Bill Cosby didn't come out for 20 years, is because no one would believe them. No one is ever, in 1990, okay, Bill Cosby was equivalent to Barack Obama. Now, if Barack Obama rapes me today, who do I call? Who will listen to me? No one, because he is everyone's father figure. He is the classiest, most amazing person in the world. If he raped me, do I call 911? Do I call the FBI? They would laugh at me. And I would probably wait 20 years until another woman comes out and says, you know what? He raped me. And I said, well, I can't let her do this alone. I have to now speak up. And now there's almost 60 women that came out on behalf of Bill Cosby.
One of the ladies who is accused of Bill Cosby signed an agreement and received some money years ago, long time ago, and she made a promise, okay, pay me off, I'll sign this agreement, I'm done with this. And now she's come out again and kind of accusing him. Would you trust a woman that does not keep her word?
Well, I mean, listen, your word is everything, but let me tell you this. Let's say I'm a regular girl, right? I don't have money like that.
Right.
Bill Cosby rapes me. I tell someone, now I have to go to trial, right? Not only I have to pay for my lawyer fees, but everyone is telling me, including my lawyer, that I'm not gonna win. So now I done racked up maybe $150,000, $175,000 in lawyer's fees, and I can't pay that. So now my lawyer's like, okay, you're not going to win this case anyway, so you might as well settle out of court, get your money back, go back to obscurity, and take care of your family. So that's usually what happens with women in rape cases with powerful men, is that they wind up just taking the money because they don't have enough to fight for it.
So would you trust a woman that does not keep her word? Because this woman gave her word, whatever the conditions may have been at the time, she gave her word and she did not keep her word.
So fellas, my bad, I'm in here eating and shit. What you gotta realize is that when women test you, they test you to have sex with you and have a relationship with you. When you test them, it's usually on trust. And when you're talking about a verdict in the case, someone making a claim and having their word, he's asking her a question about women having integrity. If a woman did this and she gave her word and then she didn't live up to her word, would you trust a woman like that? Now, it's easy to say no, you wouldn't trust them, which no should be your first go-to answer due to the nature of the story. Not every time there is a nature of the story, but Amber Rose keeps answering the question and then puts a but and then says what she says. So she knows how to deflect or add a context to the question to make it the extreme or say the exception every time someone asks a question.
Would you trust a woman like that?
I would trust a woman in that situation.
Oh, you would?
Well, yeah, because just because you get money to pay your lawyers off or you get money to be compensated for being drugged and raped doesn't mean that it still doesn't hurt.
But it shouldn't take away being honest about your word. If a person doesn't keep his or her word, you could never trust that kind of person.
But all that is ridiculous. He literally drugged women and raped them. 60 of them that actually came out.
But there's no proof of that. They just said it. Let's say that
Jessie.
you hanging out with a man, all right?
She has no concept or she's not accepting no responsibility of integrity. She has a concept of integrity. She's just selectively playing dumb. It's common sense.
And you're a powerful woman now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're hanging out with a man, you and this man get it on, and then later down the road, he decides, you know what, Amber Rose have a lot of money now. I'm going to cry, rape.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you feel about that?
I would feel very sad about that, but if there's 60 men that don't want my money and want me to go to jail, I would expect people to say, 60 men that don't know each other, that don't want money from her, she probably drugged them and raped them.
One last thing about that. During those days, Bill Cosby is right when he said, and I remember those days, we were partying, we were taking black beauty, meaning that we would go out, take these things, get really high, go out and party at night, and then take a Valium or something to calm down. Men and women were sexing all over the place.
Yeah.
And they were in agreement with that. What does a man do when 40 or 50 years later, these same women who were partying, getting high, having a good time, come back and say, you raped me? How does a man prove he's innocent when society now just assumes that he's guilty because some woman said it?
Okay, I'm going to explain.
Suppose that happened to your son. You have a son, right?
I do have a son.
Would you want that to happen to your son?
My son probably wouldn't rape him.
Good question, Jessie.
But let me
should accuse him, would you?
The difference is, right, is that as his mother, I will let him know, regardless if you've had consensual sex with a woman before, you cannot go and have sex with her whenever the hell you want without consent. So what happens is that everybody's in the 80s getting high, having fun, having sex, consensual sex.
Right.
Bill Cosby's like, hey, you want to come over and hang out? I'm having a party. And she's like, yeah, cool, I'm coming over. He drugs her and he rapes her just because maybe he had sex with.
Yo, do you see how she conveniently just skipped a whole bunch of shit? He drugs her. He doesn't have to drug her. Did you see how she just conveniently just skipped the whole? Hold on, wait, hold on. He needed to back her up. Here we go.
Before that, but it does not mean I can have a full-on orgy tonight with 8 people, and tomorrow I don't want to have sex with nobody. That doesn't mean you could put a drug in my drink and have sex with me while I'm unconscious, because that is rape.
And so you're taking their word just because they said it.
I'm taking their word because 60 women from all over the world that don't know each other have the same story.
You are famous for hosting the Rose Slut Walk. You also have a conference called Opened the Women's Conference, right?
Yes.
What is that? Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah, it's a women's conference, so we have a lot of different speakers that come in and, you know, kind of explain different things about feminism, body positivity, just equality, slut shaming, rape culture, and we educate.
Amazing. You came up with this term slut. What was the purpose of using that word, slut?
Well, if you look in the dictionary, the definition of a slut, right? It starts out and it says a woman that, right? It's promiscuous, has a lot of sexual partners, but it never says a person that. It only says a woman.
I've never looked that word up, so I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah.
But it does say a woman.
Oh, also promiscuous as well. Promiscuous as a woman that. So what happens is that men can go out and be sexually liberated and have a bunch of women, but if a woman does it, there's all these derogatory labels that come with that, which is an extreme form of bullying for us, just like the gay community had to deal with, you know, all kinds of homosexual slurs, in turn made people kill themselves. And it's the same thing that we deal with as women when we deal with whore, slut, hoe. I mean, there's girls in high school and college that are really either getting on drugs or killing themselves for those derogatory labels. And so what I do is that I embrace the derogatory labels and give women confidence.
And what do you mean by you embrace it?
I would refer to myself as a slut.
Oh.
So basically, it's really what people think about you. It's not really actually what they know, right? So I could, you know, I went through a divorce. And then I start dating after that. And it's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm going to be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
A slut maker. Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
No, it's sad.
But men shouldn't do that either, though. It's not. I know that a lot of women think that a man is that men get away with that, right? But they really don't. A man should not be having sex with different women.
Why not?
It's not. It doesn't show respect to the woman.
Well, what if she wants it?
But
what if she wants it?
And then he should correct her, because a woman that wants sex with different men.
But what's the difference
is out
really
of
between
control.
a man and a woman besides the private parts?
What's the difference?
You see how she flips? What if she wants it? What if she wants it in comparison to what if he wants it? You know how bad it would sound if you said, what if he wants it? But you wanted to be equal, huh? You shouldn't be able to touch a woman's pussy anytime you want to. Alright. But what if he wants it? That is rape culture. Hey, bitch. Oh. What if she wants it? Now she's going to try to talk about the anatomy of men and try to get him riled up, this old man.
What'd you say?
What's really the difference, right, besides anatomy? Like, what is the difference?
Now, what's the difference? But what's the difference when you get raped then?
I should be able to have sex when I want to have sex, and I shouldn't be labeled as anything because I'm a human being.
How would you personally define slut? How do you define it?
I define it as a derogatory word that men and women use against other women to put us down for our sexuality.
And so you want to take the shame out of that word, so that when women do these things, they won't feel embarrassed by it?
But it's not about them doing these things. That's where that's where the mistake comes in, right? So you can be a virgin and be called a slut, right? Because it's really what people think about you. It doesn't matter actually what you do, right? So like if you're in high school and a boy goes and makes a rumor about you that you did this, that, and the third, it doesn't mean you actually did it. It's what people think you did. So now you're the school slut.
That's true.
So regardless, that's what I mean. You can be called a slut and not actually be a slut. It's just a derogatory word that people use to bully women, to put them down for what they either think they did or what they actually did.
I always say that Slut Walk is a safe place for you to come and wear what you want and be who you want, and no one here will judge you, because if they do, they're getting kicked the fuck out. I promise you. Straight up. But I'll talk to y'all more later. I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the festivities. Be kind to one another. Love one another and compliment one another. Go up to someone that you don't know and give them a compliment. Let's spread this positivity. Have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Rose. So you call yourself a slut?
Yeah.
Do your parents know you're a slut?
Yep.
And what do they think about you being a slut?
They love my slutty ass. They love me.
So are they embarrassed?
You're a slut.
Oh my God, no, they couldn't be more proud. I receive letters, DMs on Instagram and Twitter of, you know, women that are like, Amber, you really give me the confidence. You help me realize that all the name calling, all the bullying, it doesn't mean anything. It's only because people are uncomfortable with me. And that's why, you know, I embrace it more so, and I almost go far and beyond, like I'm extremely extra on purpose to prove a point.
Amazing. I read that your father and mother broke up or divorced when you were a little girl, right?
Yeah, I was 6 years old.
6 years old. And you and your mother were homeless for a while.
We were.
What was it like being homeless?
What was it like being homeless? I don't know. I was young, you know, so it was like a long time ago.
Right.
So I guess if I was homeless when I was older, it probably would have affected me more, I feel like. But we got out of it, and, you know,
so
now we're here.
You were close to your mother?
Very close, yeah.
And you have a brother. Are you close to your brother?
I have 2 brothers.
Oh, okay. Are you close to them?
I am, very.
And do they see you as a slut?
But do you,
slut?
What definition of slut are you referring to?
The one you use.
Slut.
Well, I don't really use slut as a word.
Oh,
that's what I'm trying to say. So, like, slut is not really, it's just a derogatory label that people use against me. So, like, I just like to piss people off by referring to myself as a slut. So if you're asking me, do my brothers look at me as someone that has sex with a lot of people, or?
Well, I mean, the fact that you're willing to wear that title, what do they think about it?
They think I'm changing the game, the culture, giving women confidence. Both of my brothers came to my slut walk.
Really?
Yeah, my mom comes to my slut walk every year. This year will be the 4th annual slut walk.
Here in L.A.?
Yes.
Okay. And how about your father? How does he feel about it?
My dad will come next year.
Really?
It'll be the 4th annual.
Are you close to your father now?
I am.
So did you forgive him for abandoning you and your mother when you were...
He never abandoned us.
Oh, what happened?
Well, my father was in the military. And so what happened was that my mom got pregnant with me. And, you know, my dad wasn't really on the right path in life.
Right.
And he decided to man up and join the military so he can give my mother and I a better life. And he did, but he was gone a lot. And while he was gone, you know, the marriage kind of ended. My mom had a really tough life before she had me. And so she, you know, she suffers from depression and anxiety. And that was the only reason why we were, you know, homeless for a brief time.
Oh, okay. And so are you're close to your father now?
I've always been close to my father.
Good.
Yeah.
You love him?
I do.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, everybody. Troll your liberal family members by getting them our brand new Fallen State t-shirts. On the front, it says, The Fallen State. On the back, it says, "That's amazing." And don't forget our coffee mugs. The front, the Father State. The back, "Did you have fun?" And don't forget my book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. You can, out of here. You can go to the Father State TV and order now. What is a man?
What do you mean, what is a man?
Besides the body part, the physical part.
I like
what
Jessie.
Is a man?
A man is a human being. A man has emotions. A man, you know, is.
She got look out for a gay man.
Besides the body parts, I don't know. I don't really look at men as any different, really, from women.
So men ain't. You don't now. Now all of a sudden you got amnesia. I don't know what men are. They, you know, just they're men. Damn, you don't even have a damn. Would you get to fuck 21 Savage and Wiz Khalifa and Kanye and do all of this shit? All this fucking you done did. Been a slut, took a walk. As soon as you get asked about men, all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know.
Besides private parts.
So you think
Really? You had a baby and everything. You don't know. Okay.
Men and women are the same?
I think that men are taught not to be the same. I think that's where the problem lies, and I think that's why a lot of men let their pride get in the way when it comes to love and showing their emotions. That's why, as being a mother with my son Sebastian, you know, if he's crying, I'd never let anyone say, like, "Boy, why are you crying? You a man, man up." And I'll get an attitude. I said, no, you don't ever tell my baby that, ever. Just because he's a man, he's allowed to show his emotions. And I asked him, "Baby, why are you crying? Why do you feel this way? It's okay to cry, let it out, tell me, talk to me, have communication with me." That's what a lot of men lack nowadays, is that they can't cry because they're a man. They can't feel emotions because they're a man.
They become mama's boys.
And it's really unfortunate because it's they internalize everything and then they kind of explode when it becomes too much.
Women hate emotional men because they see and know that that's a weakness. And I've had so many women tell me that if they're married to a man who is emotional or they're dating a guy, it's like a lesbian relationship. You have two women together. And so if being an emotional man is the right way for a man to be, why do women hate men who are that way?
I think women are taught that as well.
Really?
Yeah, babe, this is the thing. Society has taught us all these things of how we should be. Instead of saying, why don't you just be who you are? No one ever says that. You're not raised to be like, hey, be who you are.
But it's not natural for a man to be
Of
emotional
course it
like a woman.
is.
It's not.
It's not
he's
like
not
a
born that
woman.
way.
No, it's not like a woman. He's a human being.
But not like a woman, though. A woman.
Jessie,
you do
babe.
agree that
Men are
men
different.
are the head of women, right? Especially their wives and things like that.
I do not agree with that.
You have to agree with that.
No, I don't.
Why
don't,
not?
Jessie. I don't.
Why don't you agree with that?
Because I don't think it's valid. I think that's what our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, everybody that came before us, that's all they knew. So this is what they taught us and instilled in us. That's why women are like, oh, I gotta let a man be a
so
man.
they had
I
it
gotta
wrong.
be submissive. I gotta, I can't make
They
too
had
much
it
money
wrong.
because then he's gonna feel inferior, or I can't be too strong because then he's gonna be feel
But normal
inferior.
women, though, real women don't think that way. Those are the
What is a
feminists.
real woman?
Those are the feminist women who think that way.
But what's a real
let me
woman?
A real woman is a woman who knows her place. She loves being a woman. She's not.
Is this happening right now?
Oh
She's
shit!
not in competition with a man because she loves being a woman, and she loves a man who is a man. She's not in competition with him. That's a real woman. But you have these feminist women who are jealous of masculinity, and they want to kill it. They want to. You agree with that, right?
I feel like you're trolling me right now.
What does that mean?
I feel like you're like saying things to like get a rise out of me.
Oh
because
no!
it's
When I was
almost so like.
when I was growing up,
far-fetched.
boys were boys and men were men,
Mhm.
and women and men understood their positions in life as a man and as a woman, and you had order for the most part in the earth. But then that
So
changed.
did we? Did
Yeah.
we have order?
We did, and then that's changed, and then men became weak, and women went out of control.
But why can't we control because we have vaginas? Is
I
that
said
what
they
it is?
went out of control
Okay.
because
Okay, fine. What is out of control? Getting jobs, being businesswomen?
no,
Because what happens is that when we are strong and we are businesswomen and we make our own money and we honestly all we need is sperm to have a baby. We don't really need a man anymore, right? So what happens is that
fucked up.
men feel inferior and in turn down us
but
for
that's
that.
not true.
It is true.
No, real men do not feel inferior to a woman. Now, a beta male, maybe, but not a real man. And making money and doing the things that you just named is not, that doesn't make a woman at all. Because anybody can go out and make money.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying, Jesse.
What makes a woman
Oh, now
is
she confused.
not in competition with a man. She understands
What
the
about
role
a man
of
being in
both.
competition with a woman?
A real man would never be in competition with a woman.
Why?
Because,
But what if she makes more money and what if
because
she's just smarter?
a
He
woman,
don't care about money. He got game.
a woman is not competition. He naturally has authority over her.
Checkmate.
So I gotta ask you
You're
about.
making me so sad right now.
I gotta ask you about this man. I read that you were married to some guy by the name or dating back in 2017. Back in 2017 during the Slut Walk, you were dating a rapper by the name of
21
Savage,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And 21 Savage held up a sign. I felt bad for you when I read this. My heart broke for you. 21 Savage held a sign at the slut walk.
Captain Save a Hoe.
Said that I'm a hoe too.
Yeah.
I feel
damn.
badly for you.
Why?
Look, Amber, come
Let
on.
me tell you one thing.
Let's
21
talk.
Savage
Let's talk.
is
A
the
man
most,
said that he's a hoe.
He's the most secure man I have ever met in my life for saying that. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? If he can go out and he can sleep with an abundance of women, right? He is not labeled a hoe. He's labeled a man. And for me, I could sleep with 3 guys and I'm labeled a hoe. So he's basically saying, look, if she's a hoe, I'm a hoe too. That's it. Because all it is, Jesse, remember, it is just a derogatory label. It's not really a real definition to the word because they only use these words for women. They don't use these words for men. And I love 21 Savage for that because he was the only one that was so secure in his manhood to be like, you know what? If I slept with 50, 60, 70 girls, I guess I'm a hoe too. Cool. We just gonna walk down the street together at the slut walk and we gonna make a difference.
But you're right, he is a slut or a hoe or whatever you want to call him.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't want my daughter to marry a man like that.
You're not in control of your daughter's vagina, so it really doesn't matter
No,
what
but
you
I
want.
would never allow my daughter to marry a hoe man.
But you cannot allow
That's
her to
fucked up. Like, y'all don't believe that is disrespectful? You're not in control of your son's dick, so you really don't have no say. Y'all mothers out there with sons. Ain't that fucked up? That's fucked up. Why would you say something like that? Why would you think you could be comfortable enough to say something like that? You're not in control of your daughter's vagina, so it really don't matter.
Yes, I
No,
can.
you can't.
Yes, I
She's
can.
gonna do what she wants.
No,
trust me.
no.
She will.
Which is true.
Anyway.
But that's fucked up.
And so 21 Savage got a lot of social media, hard time on social media about that.
Mm.
How did you feel about that?
I thought it was amazing. He didn't give 2 shits.
You didn't think?
Nope, he didn't care.
How the
Jessie Lee Peterson is like a raccoon. For y'all commenting in the comment. in the chat room. Oh man, right. Jesse Lee Peterson is like a raccoon. He will get into a little argument with you, but yeah, whatever. Sure, and you will get wrapped into his next question like he didn't just have an episode with you. Jesse Lee Peterson is like one of them raccoons. Raccoons will violate you, don't do nothing, and just still have their way. It's crazy.
My man not a savage anymore. Like, do y'all want him to pistol with me, beat me up, shoot up the slut walk? Like, what the fuck do y'all want?
Y'all need to get off nigga dick. Get off my dick.
Get off your bitch dick, too.
Yeah, get off my bitch dick, too. Slut walk was fun as a motherfucker.
Little bitch.
You married him at one time, right?
I did not. No.
You did not. You married somebody.
He knows Wiz Khalifa.
Why did you break up with him?
You know, sometimes things just don't work out.
Was he a whole man too?
Oh, he was an amazing man. He still is. He's an
And so
amazing father.
why didn't you stay with the amazing man?
I don't believe the success of a relationship is based off time. I think that you can move forward and develop a different kind of relationship, and that's what Wiz and I have. We have a relationship forever through our son Sebastian. This weekend, I went to Charlotte, North Carolina to see my baby father perform, and he's on tour with Snoop. And I'm actually still high. I don't even smoke. Now, you know that we have Sebastian together, and I really, really want another baby. So I asked him for his sperm, like I always do every time I'm around him. And I'm like, you know, he'll probably give me some more sperm so we can have another baby. But instead, he just put his babies on my face.
You can just ask a nigga for his sperm because he's the first person that indoctrinated you with his seed. Okay.
Thanks, Wiz.
Would you like to be married to a man and love him until death do you part?
I don't know. I don't know. I've already been married.
See, they confuse themselves. When they don't change themselves and they secure themselves into some dumb shit and then they're getting older, she's about to hit the wall. She's one more relationship from hitting the wall. Facts, if she already hasn't. So, I'm gonna report on all of this shit. So what I'm trying to say is that, damn. See how she got herself into a stumper? Because she has enough success to justify her being stuck in her ways, but don't have the tactfulness to get a man to actually love her, upgrade her, make her feel like he's a real man, and, you know, look up to him because of things that she puts in the way purposely. And all she can look forward to is the new drugs, new tour dates, hanging out with guys, passing the time by, getting attention, going to these shows, and get some good dick on the side. But you're not getting the love that you feel you're deserved. You're not getting the love of your peers. You done got gifts and trinkets, but you don't really be too grateful of it because you've had so much success and you've been around people and have gifts and trinkets. You're at a lonely place. And if there's any mindset that you can adapt to and push, it's going to be the feminist bullshit. Real talk.
I've been divorced. I have a beautiful son. I don't necessarily sit around.
And you've been married before, so how serious is anything else going to get? Are you playing yourself?
Think like, oh, I want to be married again.
And 21 Savage says you violated him. And if you violate him once, it's fuck you. Damn.
I just want to be happy. Whatever that is, whenever I find that, that's what it's going to be.
Are you happy?
And that's what you're searching for. Listen to the last show. Anybody can fuck you. All the niggas she named, they fucked her. And maybe fake fell in love with her. I don't know. Maybe the pussy was good and they like, okay, alright, well, you used up, bye. Never know. They got groupies. You never know. So we can fuck. But you still gotta convince a motherfucker to love.
I'm happy right now.
And stay in love.
You have perfect peace.
You can get a motherfucker to love you.
I don't necessarily know what that means.
But can you keep it?
You have a lot of confidence.
You can get a Ferrari, but can you upkeep it?
You feel like something is missing in your life. Well, when you have perfect peace, you never experience those types of things.
I wouldn't say I have perfect peace, but I would say that I am happy.
And why not perfect peace?
I don't believe anything is perfect. I believe God gives you trials and tribulations to overcome and learn from those.
But he also gave us perfect peace so that we can overcome those trials and tribulations, because people who do not have perfect peace, they cannot overcome them. They are overtaken.
So you're saying
by
perfect peace is for me to overcome all of the obstacles that I've been through? Then
Right.
I would say that I have perfect peace. For sure.
What do you do when you're all alone, no one is around, you're by yourself, and you feel this emptiness, this void in your life, as though something is missing? What do you do when those times come?
I would probably masturbate. I'm a strong believer in masturbation. I think masturbation is the safest sex, and you become in tune with your body.
You're trolling me.
I'm not trolling you.
You are trolling me. You're trying to get me off.
I'm not.
So you feel
I'm just pro masturbation. I feel like that's something you should know about.
She's confused.
So you're sitting around by yourself, feeling this void, like something is missing, and you masturbate.
Yeah.
You're trolling me. I know you're trolling me. She's
I'm
trolling
not.
me, right?
Am I trolling him? I'm not trolling you.
She's not trolling me.
I'm being extremely
serious.
honest. Does that make you uncomfortable?
It's abnormal. No, but it's abnormal for women.
Are you uncomfortable with your sexuality?
Women who masturbate are becoming men.
I can't believe this is real. I feel like I'm on punks right now. Like I just can't. I can't believe. We could not be two totally different people.
You disagree with that?
Yes, I disagree with that. I masturbate every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm sexually liberated. I feel amazing.
Wow.
But it's not normal for women to do that. They have
It
to
is very
force
normal.
themselves to become that way.
No, it's very normal.
Really?
It is.
And every day. Why do you
Yeah, I
need
mean,
to
I
do
try. You know, I'm a busy woman. You
Yeah.
know, and I have a son and stuff like that. But you know, when I can get to it, I get to it.
Amazing. Do you want more kids?
I do.
You do. What is, you say that you are a feminist. Define what that is.
Just equality.
Do you hate men?
No, I do not.
You love men?
I do.
Lies.
What is love?
Don't even
What
know.
is love?
Yes.
Don't even know. How you reach 40 that loved all these dudes and don't have an answer for that? Y'all be playing so damn much.
What is love? I think love is an emotion. I think it's. I think
You feel it
love
so much.
is when you want to do for someone, help someone.
Shit, you should know it better than anybody else.
I think love is also like past tense as well. Like you can cherish moments in your head of when you had a stronger love versus a weaker love.
Do you love all people?
I do.
Even your enemy?
I even love you, Jesse.
Well, I can tell you love me.
I do.
You can't help it. And I love you too. I
Thank
really
you.
do. Do you love all people?
I do.
Even your enemy?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
Good. Are you a strong woman?
I like to think so, yes.
And what do you mean by that? You're a strong woman.
I would say I've been through a lot in my life, and I've overcome a lot, and I didn't do that by being a mean person or stepping on people to get where I am. I kind of just sat back and just became successful and just did my own thing.
You had what seemed like a rough life growing up. You know, you were a stripper at one point, and do you regret anything you've done so far?
No, I wish I could be a stripper again. It was the best time of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
And why don't you do it again?
I would do it for like my man or like in the house.
Okay. Is the atmosphere for women better or worse under the Great White Hope?
The Great White Hope. I would say worse, but I would also say that we should not allow one man to dictate how we live. Let him have his views. That's fine. Hopefully, you know, he'll come around and become a better person one day. We can only hope. But I will not let Donald Trump dictate who I am as a person, even though I live in America.
How about for black women? Are things
Same.
better? Same. You know what I love about the Great White Hope?
Mm-hmm.
He is an example of a real man. You know, he put the country first. As a real man who was married, would put his family first. If you attack him...
You think he put his family first? Melania doesn't even want to hold his hand.
If he... we don't know what that was about.
Hey, he walked out of the car and left his wife behind him. Didn't even give a shit where she was going.
And what does that mean?
How does he put his family first? How can you say that?
Look at his family. They're smart. They're independent.
They're unhappy.
They're not unhappy.
They're very unhappy, and
why
you
do
can
you say
see it in their faces.
Why do you say that they're unhappy?
It's just very obvious. If you can just look at a person and see like that they're unhappy, like Melania Trump, for example.
They don't look unhappy to me. They look like dignified people.
Oh, well, we disagree.
Are you a Christian?
I was raised Catholic. I was born Catholic. And then I got rebaptized when I was 12 and became a born-again Christian.
And would a Christian be a slut?
Yeah, anybody can be a slut, babe.
Not a Christian, though, right?
Yes.
You think God would want you to represent Him as a slut?
I think God put the word slut and hoe and tramp and skank on earth for me to defend other women and embrace it and make a change.
Men don't want sluts as wives and mothers of their children.
Who cares? You can't live your life for no man. It's not about men. Who cares about men? If I sat here and lived my life for a man, I would be miserable.
But you do understand that a man would not want a slut to be the mother of his children,
That's
right?
not true, because...
Not real men.
What is a real man, Jesse? What is a real man? You?
Yes. A real man that loves what's right, he does what's right.
Well, then why do guys marry porn stars?
Because they hate the mothers.
That's your, logical reason for that? What 100%. If they just want a confident woman that knows what she's doing in the bedroom?
A porn star is not a confident woman.
Why isn't she?
Because a confident woman would never embarrass herself like that or be used in that manner.
She's not being used. She's actually saying, yes, I want to have sex with you, and you. If that's not the most confident thing, I don't know what is.
Do you realize that men see women as sex objects first before they get to know their brains?
But that's a real man though, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, but why do all men do that then?
Because they're in a fallen state. And so in that fallen state, they just want to feel good, and sex make a man feel good.
I want to feel good too.
So he's just using the woman for his own personal gain.
And guess what? There's times where I've used men, and I just want.
And see, they want to feel good also. So this is why I told you guys, because some of you guys will say, "Well, that's what you said." Well, he can get sex. She's still gotta make a motherfucker love her, which is true. But look at what she's about to say. I want to feel good too. Men want to feel good because men are in pain. To be a masculine man, you are in pain psychologically. And a lot of times to feel good, you turn it into the game, you turn it into sport to get women. And women do the same thing too. The game, in a sense, is influential. When a man plays the game, it's influential. When a woman plays the game, it's not as influential, but it is influential to women because she can actually get a heads up and be actually trapping, and it becomes lucrative to her. She's in a successful spot and still getting dick and whatever she wants. Attention. Sexual attention. But she wants non-sexual attention. That's her ability to be a good person and a wife and do things aside from sex, because she can always get sexual attention. So she's whored out when her sexual attention is whored out, and she wants non-sexual attention. Same thing with you, fellas. When you whore out your non-sexual attention, you get stuck in the friend zone. You whore yourself out, and then it takes value off your sexual attention, because in a lot of cases they like to fool themselves wanting your non-sexual attention. But when you have a nigga that's slick with the mouthpiece, knows how to deceive, and knows how to charm and disarm anytime he goes to prom, you have to understand that he hoodwinks her. And that's the type of love that they fall in. A nigga that charmed and disarmed, fucked them really good. And they get put in a male masculine position to say, damn, well, this nigga done ran through my body and stuff. It felt real good. I didn't expect it. And dang, I'm starting to develop feelings for him. He teaches her how to develop feelings for him. Instead of she fabricates feelings for him off her false notions and false pretenses. And then when he doesn't live up to them, they get shattered. And then she starts complaining about how this nigga lied to her and he wasn't what he said he was. Whereas a nigga that done got the draws in a lot of cases, she has no choice but to fill him out and see what he about. And if he checks out and she still feel what he's about, now he's this amazing motherfucker. Whereas they'll say it's bad for you to learn the game and do this, but when you do this, this creates the relationship that they really want. And when you're a real nigga and you really know how to carry a relationship and know what's right and what's wrong and have direction with how you would like to be treated and the standards of the relationship, when you're giving her these titles like girlfriend and more than just a friend and things like that, because she's going to look for these titles, you have to understand that you are in control. Because when shit goes south, she is going to blame shit on you. And everything's going to be at your expense, whether today or tomorrow. So that's why I'm telling you guys also, you know, in the black community, the black woman can play all she wants. Ain't nobody going to date her other than the white man, and he's just going to have buck wild sex. And then some of them will get wifed up because that's a part of the equation. It's all mathematics and numbers. Some of them will get wifed up and have great relationships and be really good couples and stuff and go into scrutiny and ridicule. And then some of them will prostitute themselves to a certain race. They can say they dated interracially, but when you look at the transaction, it was a renegade hoe prostitution transaction. Fellas, to know the psyche of this woman, this is why it's important that why you need to study the game and learn about pimping. This is why learning about the life is a really important aspect to your game. Alright, let's finish this interview out.
Use men, and I just wanted to have sex, and I didn't want to be with them after.
But when you get ready
so
to
she
marry,
wanted
you
the
look
same
for a
thing.
decent woman.
And guess what? He cheats on her with strippers and porn stars.
But not a real
Usually.
man, not a real
yeah,
man.
they do.
What is the root of the problem facing women in America today?
The root of the problem
Right.
is it's colorism.
Colorism, here we go.
Racism. Inequality issues. You know, thinking that women are not smart enough, thinking that women can't own their own bodies and do whatever the hell they want.
Which they're already doing.
I mean, the list goes on.
Amazing. My heart goes out to women because men are weak and women are out of control.
Yo, you, sir, you're funny.
In what way?
You're really funny.
So I want to talk to you quickly because we're running out of time.
Because he knows the truth.
Organization called Bond, and we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. And the reason for that is because I remember when black men and women were a decent people, I grew up under the Jim Crow laws down in Alabama, and black men and women got married. They had children under the umbrella of marriage. They owned land. They educated themselves, and they respected others. And when they took the fathers out of the home, the government became the daddy of the family. Black people, not all, but most, went out of control. And now there is an anger between black men and black women that I think is going to take Jesus Christ to come and restore. 77% of black babies born out of wedlock to black women who are born in America, and those kids are growing up angry and out of control. And so we're getting these men to forgive their mothers and return to their fathers. Do you think we need to restore the family so that life can come to order again?
I think that that is unrealistic.
To restore the family?
Yeah, because you're then forcing people to do things that they don't want to do.
Why wouldn't they want to have a family?
Put it like this. Let's say I want to have 5 children, right? I have 1 now. I meet another guy, right? We're in love, we have a baby. It doesn't work out, right? Do I stay and work it out for the rest of my life and be miserable and unhappy? Or do I go find another guy and have another baby with him and have 3 baby daddies? But I'm happy, all the dads are good, I don't want to be with either of them, but I have my children, they're beautiful, I'm happy, why do
That's what she wants,
feel
low
like
key.
Society is pressuring me to stay with one person and continuously have kids with the same person that I am not happy with.
But if you truly loved that man, you would be happy.
Love is
never
not enough.
matter what the
I've
situation.
loved men that literally have treated me like shit. So I refuse to stick around for love. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. It has to be way more than love for me to stick around and be with you.
I asked you the definition.
Who hasn't loved somebody like that?
What you said, but love is simply not hating. When you don't have anger, you have love, and we have that love, which is not based on how you feel.
But you can love somebody and not be with them. I still love my baby daddy.
But
I don't want to be with him. He doesn't want to be with me romantically, but we still love each other.
Is he spending time with his son?
Absolutely.
Children suffer when they don't have fathers and mothers together.
Jesse, that's not true.
Why do you think black men and women are so crazy? Those that are born with single mothers. If you notice, the men that are born with single mothers act just like the mother. They're emotional. They have doubt, they're worried, women are taking care of them, or the government.
That comes from parenting. You
Right.
can't just say that it's a
But
woman.
that's what single
Some parents are not amazing parents.
But that's what single mother do to boys and girls. She recreates them in her image. They lose their natural self and they become just like the mothers.
So
Where a father's supposed to
going
stand
back-
between that and not allow the mother to destroy the children.
I understand that, right? But you're saying that a mother and father have to be together in the
Right.
same house.
Yes.
I don't find that to be true.
Because he has to protect his children at all times from the mother. How would he protect her? You know how sometimes you go home, you have a long day, you're real bitchy, and your son like, mommy,
shit, Jessie.
come. You're like, no, I don't want to play right now. Go.
I never say that to my son.
You will before it's over.
No.
And in those very moments, you're traumatizing him. Where if the father was there, he'd say, no, do not talk to my son in that way. He can correct you. And that
So
will
you
help.
think it's better for his father to correct me in front of my son rather than me telling my son I don't want to play right now?
Right. Because it shows the son how to deal with women in the proper way, and it prevents him from being traumatized by the mother. You're trolling me again.
No, you are
No,
for sure
no.
trolling me,
You're-
Jesse. This is almost unbelievable. Like, I can't believe that you think like this. It really hurts my feelings.
This is the
because
right
it's
way to
sad.
think. I want you to consider some of these things because
See?
I know you have
I
a
ain't
rough
tripping.
start. You are
I
not
didn't
there.
have a rough start. I had an amazing childhood. I went through trials and tribulations
Right.
in my life that I have overcome. I didn't have a horrible life. I was a stripper. It was the best time of my life. I would do it again. I miss the ones falling on my naked body while I'm on stage. It was literally, I wish I can go back to my 20s.
So did you
But-
like the fact that men were groping over you? That's why you like doing
No,
it?
they were not allowed to touch me, but I
No,
love the
groping
fact.
meaning looking at you, hungry.
Oh my
for you.
God, when I got on stage, their reaction when I walked on stage and I took my top off, it was that reaction, I live for that every day.
It's a turn on.
Yeah.
But you're also controlling those men in that moment. You like that?
Yeah.
See, that's what it is about. All
do.
ego.
Cause I'm the best around with the crazy style. Get your freak on, 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 get your freak on.
I knew you were controlling me. I want to ask you real fast about, and then I want you to promote. I know you have some things you want to promote.
I don't want to promote nothing on this show. I was trying to just watch this.
Let me ask you about the Me Too and Time's Up movement. Are they making things better or worse for women?
Look, I believe all women deserve justice. Regardless if you're rich, poor, black, white, doesn't matter. Everyone is a victim. When you're a victim, you're a victim. Or a survivor when you're a survivor. You know,
Are they making
believe
the things better or worse for men? That movement.
most men are sexual predators because their parents didn't teach them to not be.
What? Look at that generalization. What?
So let's move forward.
You don't
and
really believe that.
Let's teach our sons about consent. Let's teach our sons about, regardless of what she has on, do not go and touch her. That's what we need to teach our children. Instead of telling girls, oh, you shouldn't wear that, you shouldn't wear that, he's going to think you're a hoe, you shouldn't wear that, he's going to want to fuck, you shouldn't wear that, you know, you're putting yourself in a situation. Instead of telling boys, like, it doesn't matter if her titty pops out of gym class or she has on little shorts. It is not an invitation for you to touch her inappropriately or assume that she is promiscuous, which I hate that word, because of what she has on. It's all bullshit.
Let's move a little faster. In some of the colleges and universities around this country, they are telling women and men how to have sex. And this word consent has gone out of control. Because even when the guy is having sex, he has to stop and say, is this move okay? Can I move to the left now? Are you okay with me moving to the right?
True.
That is true.
No,
Ask my
it's
producer.
not.
Isn't that true, Dave? That is true.
Oh, a man's telling you it's the truth. I'm sitting here right in front of you. I have a
No,
vagina.
I
I'm
talk
telling you
about
what's
it
going
all
on.
the time on my show.
It's wrong.
They should not be teaching that.
Babe, no. This
Oh,
is the
okay.
thing that you're not understanding
So
about
you
consent.
agreeing that it's wrong that they teach that
What
kind
I'm
of stuff?
saying is that if I'm having sex and I'm naked and he's naked, he puts his condom on, right? Even if I let him put the tip in, because that's what you guys like to do, right? You put the tip in and I say, I'm sorry, I changed my mind, I don't want to do it. That's when he has to pull his penis out of me and put his clothes on and go the f home. Because I said that I don't want to do it. It does not matter when I say no. If I say no, no is no, period. Before, after, I don't care if I said I was going to give you the best sex of your life 12 hours before that via text message. I'm allowed to change my mind at any point in time. And if you continue to stay on top of me and keep stroking, and I'm pushing you off of me, that is still rape.
Amazing.
Period.
I recommend that men wait until they get married to have sex because a woman can get mad and accuse you at any point. And so it's really not safe for men today. So my final question, 2 questions. Where
Got
do you
nothing
get
to
the
say to
value
that.
from?
Just laugh.
I don't know, Jessie. My brain, I feel like my fucking head is gonna explode after this conversation.
Didn't bleep that one.
You know, some values are from my parents. Some values are self-taught.
Oh, okay. So the last thing is, I read that you developed a slut box, subscription
Yes.
box. What is that, and how do people get it?
You can subscribe. It's a monthly subscription, and it's all kind of cute, slutty little products in there for the girls, you know, to go and live their full, you know, sexual lives with.
It's a slut box isn't what you're not. It's about every diverse thing that you are and everything that makes you different and unique and sexy. Oh boy. Slutbox is built around the care belief that there is power in reclaiming the harmful words used to degrade our bodies, our sexuality, and independence. Right? She says, we have a zero tolerance policy on sexism, racism, homophobia, and transphobia. Maybe you're not an activist. Maybe you've never been to a protest. That's okay. Slutbox is a safe space that we're used to educate, empower, and feel damn good about ourselves. God damn it. Get the goddamn Slutbox. This feminist shit giving me a headache already. Wow.
You have other products you want to promote here? This is the best place to do it.
No, I don't. I don't really have nothing else.
Why not? I thought you did. I was showing that you had some stuff.
What I literally can't even think of. I can't.
So once again, folks, it's the Amorose Slut Walk.
First weekend of October.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So we're just starting it now, and we're getting all the sponsors and stuff like that. But
will you come on my radio show and promote that?
I would love to have another conversation with you, and hopefully after you watch this,
she's gonna scold him after this.
Right about everything she's.
All right, babe. Prostitutes call you babe. Babe.
Did you have fun?
This? I did have fun.
Oh, good. I
like this because I feel like, people that are watching can, definitely pick and choose a side because we're two totally different people. So.
That's right. Well, thank you for coming
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for tuning in, folks. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and tell your mom and tell your dad.
All right, Jessie. All right, man. We done checked in with Jessie. Oh, man. There's all great things come to an end, man. Shout out to 21 Savage, man. Shout out to the 4L niggas, man. Shout out to Lil Baby Gunna, and motherfucking Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Man, got that shit on lock. So, shout outs to them brothers, man. Listen, man. We're gonna get into some more game. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it, man. Let's get into some Young Nudie. Let's get it, my nigga. Let's go. Shout outs to Young Nudie, man. Let's get it. Hold up. Let's get to this game. Let's get it, man.
Swiss cheese, counterfeit these nigga bitches. I'm talking about running off with pounds, man, you know I'm with it. I'm talking about chop 100 round, man, they get the flipping. A man down, man, you know I did it. I'm talking about, ooh, I just want the cat. Ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck. Ooh, she love the slam. Ooh, I just make the move. Ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move. Another jewel, that's a fucking move. Damn, icy, diamond blinded. Bitches shining, ho, they fucking, yeah, they love me. Bitches fucking, yeah, they suck me, yeah, they love me. Double cup ain't nothing but that lean, pre-codeine. Do you wanna lean, pull up on the scene? Me, my team, it's the whole game. Do you wanna fuck with the gang? Ho, beat your bitch back down and her brains, ho. You already know how the fucking gang go. That's another fucking train, ho. Too much money around that bitch, so she gon' smash the gang, you know. I ain't even worried about this shit that you be saying, cause you mad, cause your bitch fuck. Swiss cheese, counterfeit these nigga bitches. I'm talking about running off with pounds, man, you know I'm with it. I'm talking about chop 100 round, man, they get the flipping. A man down, man, you know I did it. I'm talking about, ooh, I just want the cat. Ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck. Ooh, she love the slam. Ooh, I just make the move. Ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move. Another jewel, huh? I guess a nigga mega, I be flexing, ballin' around this bitch. And all this money, nigga, they be stallin' around this bitch. I spend a couple dollars, have a callin' around this bitch. Ain't nothing but some money, I'm just ballin' around this bitch. They say I'm doing this, I'm spinning that. Jump this and jump that. Jump up in the water, yeah, jump back. Just like an alphabet, I flip that. And nigga got a problem with that stick gon' flip back. I got that 40, I hit that Draco with that kickback. You better post up against the wall, you and your man. Give me no pipe. Swiss cheese, counterfeit these nigga bitches. I'm talking about running off with pounds, man, you know I'm with it. I'm talking about chop 100